Look at all these. Wow, look at that one. Where did this one come from?
This comes from Serra Pelada, the place we are going next.
I don't really know anything about Serra Pelada. All I know is that there was a huge gold rush there in the 80s and that billions of dollars worth of gold got found by hand.
Deep in the Yukon wilderness, where fortunes are made and lost, Parker Schnabel, the young mining prodigy, has just stumbled upon something extraordinary. A gold deposit so massive, so rich, it could rewrite the rules of Yukon mining. But with great discovery comes great risk. As news of Parker's find spreads, the race is on to claim the motherlode before others can stake their claim. Will this discovery secure Parker's legacy as a mining legend? Or will the challenges ahead prove too much for even the most seasoned gold miner? Witness history in the making as Parker Schnabel faces his greatest challenge. Parker's gold mining career began at the age of 5 on his grandpa John's Big Nugget mine in Haines, Alaska. Parker was born in Haines, Alaska to Roger and Nancy Schnabel, a fourth-generation gold mining family. From a young age, he was immersed in the world of placer gold mining, learning prospecting, operating equipment, and the ins and outs of mining from his grandfather John Schnabel. By age 13, Parker was already running excavators and helping out at his grandfather's Big Nugget mine claim. Tragically, John passed away at age 59, leaving his claim to Parker in his will. Though young, Parker was determined to make the claim profitable. In his late teens, Parker took over full-time mining operations at the Big Nugget. Facing skepticism from more experienced miners, he worked tirelessly to learn. With perseverance and innovative techniques, Parker slowly turned the struggling claim around. At 18, Parker left home and moved up to the Klondike and leased ground from the legendary Tony Beats. As the gold price rose, Parker's operation grew, uncovering richer and richer ground. He brought on trusted crew and expanded the scale of mining. By age 21, he was securely in charge. Not content, Parker sought new technology to boost recovery rates. An investment in a cutting-edge wash plant proved pivotal. Retrieval amounts jumped dramatically. News spread of Parker's success. Producers at Discovery came knocking, launching his fame through Gold Rush. Millions tuned in to watch the ambitious young entrepreneur mine. Over the past 3 years, Parker's mining adventures have taken him all over the world, from the historic Chilkoot Trail of the Klondike Gold Rush to Guyana and Papua New Guinea. Now in his late 20s, Parker has spun his claim into $1 million business. Each season he pushes the envelope, striving for more ounces. After several seasons of progressively increasing his wash plant's processing power and underground mining efforts, Parker had developed extensive knowledge of pay streaks within his claim. He initiated an ambitious plan to excavate and pump out an entire frozen pond, along with the deeply buried gravels beneath. It was a mammoth undertaking, requiring massive equipment running round the clock. Many mining experts were skeptical such a costly venture would pay off. But Parker's instinct and experience gave him confidence rich deposits lay below the depths he had yet to reach. As Parker's claim grew in scale and complexity, he realized he needed experts to help manage various aspects of the large-scale industrial mining operation it had become. He hired seasoned mining veteran Mitch Blaschke to oversee daily operations such as equipment maintenance, crew schedules, extraction plans, and safety protocols. With decades of experience, Mitch was well-suited to bring structure and oversight to Parker's expanding workforce of over 30 employees. His best practices helped streamline processes for maximum efficiency. Parker also recruited mining consultant Charles Family to analyze geological core samples and advise where to focus mining efforts. Charles's specialized knowledge of gold-bearing bedrock formations was integral to targeting the most prospective pay zones. To tackle the complex logistics of running multiple recovery sites simultaneously, Parker hired accomplished administrator Carol Duraco. Her organizational skills kept fleets of heavy machinery, wash plants, and mine sites operating in seamless unison across vast acreage. In the management realm, Attorney Jessica Eglinton joined to handle the growing legal and financial facets. Her expertise proved invaluable as Parker formalized business structures and contracts. Together, this team of seasoned professionals took Parker's talented but informal operation and elevated it to the scale of a major industrial mining firm. Their collective strengths allowed him to optimize each area of the business for record-breaking production levels. Coordinating simultaneous mining operations across multiple zones within the Schnabel placer claim introduced immense logistical complexities that tested even the most experienced of mining professionals. By expanding the scale of his alluvial mining activities in pursuit of ever greater gold production targets, Parker willingly shouldered extraordinary operational challenges that stretched the limits of conventional placer mining projects. However, through exhaustive strategic planning and an integrated management approach, his hand-selected team of experts was able to methodically overcome these hurdles to achieve Parker's vision of maximizing the claim's output. At the core of these efforts was dedicated administrator Carol Duraco, who spearheaded sophisticated resource allocation systems to carefully choreograph the continuous flow of personnel, machinery, fuel, parts, and consumables between each active mining zone. With dashboard displays providing real-time transparency across the entire operation, Carol judiciously stockpiled strategic reserves of critical supplies at nodal points to absorb unexpected delays. Meanwhile, Master Mechanic Mitch Blaschke instituted rigorous preventative maintenance routines and repair protocols to minimize disruptive equipment failures through optimal component lifespan management, ensuring an uninterrupted supply of materials reaching the extensive array of wash plants, excavators, and conveyors processing thousands of yards of pay dirt daily was no trivial task given the quantities involved. Geological consultant Charles Family formulated production forecasts integrating excavation schedules in lockstep with the processing demands. His phase plans entailed opening new mining cells in carefully sequenced phases aligned to the volumes required, keeping all recovery operators fed with ample gold-bearing reserves. The influx of over 200 additional seasonal workers to power round-the-clock mining presented safety management obstacles that tested even Mitch's expert oversight. Comprehensive orientations and refresher certifications under his guidance fostered an incident-free culture, while strict PPE requirements and regular inspections further bolstered protection for the enlarged workforce. Managing logistics across the claim's vast 100-square-mile footprint and extreme terrain introduced further difficulties. Through proactive maintenance and timely repairs, Master Mechanic Mitch kept the preeminent fleet of dozers, excavators, and articulated trucks powered by Tier 4 engines in top working order, while Carol expertly directed their strategic positioning to minimize traveling distances. Even nature's unpredictability introduced disruptions beyond managerial controls.
Now we've got to shut the plant down. Our grizzly bars are the only thing that protect it. And, they're about ready to leave that hopper feeder.
When seasonal rainstorms or flash floods imperiled operations, Carol and Mitch worked in tandem to dynamically shift affected assets and ensure continuity of material flows. Under Mitch's technical guidance, multipurpose mobile equipment such as the CAT 775 could be rapidly redeployed as needed. Through such exhaustive coordination and contingency planning, Parker's high-caliber management team was able to methodically overcome myriad obstacles in delivering record production volumes. Their integrated efforts in tackling matters of logistics, health and safety, production forecasts, and responsive adaptation demonstrate why complex large-scale operations demand such extensive expertise. Finally, in the record-breaking season, the pond was removed, revealing bonanza grounds exceeding all expectations. Parker's enlarged wash plant went into overdrive, churning through thousands of ounces per day of coarse, chunky gold. The scale of gold extracted was unheard of for a placer operation. At season's end, the final tally showed Parker had recovered over 8,300 ounces. With bullion prices soaring, its worth totaled an unprecedented $15 million, more than doubling all his prior years combined. Achieving a staggering $15 million worth of pure gold recovered from a placer mining operation in one season is an almost unbelievable feat through diligent analysis. I aim to break down this headline figure into more understandable terms to truly appreciate the immense scale of Parker Schnabel's success. The first step was establishing a baseline. What was today's market value of gold? A quick check of global commodity exchange rates showed gold had been holding steady at around $2,125 per troy ounce. Now, a troy ounce is the precise unit used to measure precious metals like gold. At 31.1 grams, it's slightly heavier than the more familiar avoirdupois ounce used for other items. With the current price firmly in mind, the next step was performing the necessary calculation to deduce actual ounces recovered.
This is Panama and the runway.
Alrighty, here we go. We got 20, 100, 120, 160. We got 200, 220, 260. Keep going. 360, 388.5.
Taking the total reported seasonal gold value of $15 million and dividing by $2,125 per oz yielded the astounding figure of 7,058.82 recurring ounces. Rounding to a whole number, we can say with certainty that Parker successfully extracted over 7,058 troy ounces of pure gold from his Klondike claim. To truly appreciate the mammoth scale of this accomplishment, putting 7,058 ounces into context is telling. Firstly, it amounts to over 258 kilograms or 568 pounds of solid gold bullion. To visualize, that quantity could fill over 7 standard beer kegs to the brim with shining gold nuggets and dust. Beyond the bars or coins, another way to think of it is the nearly 320 standard Olympic swimming pools worth of water that volume of gold would displace. The value of physically handling several hundred kg of precious gold is almost unfathomable on its own. Yet Parker took this raw bounty wrested from deep underground and transformed it into a cool $15 million cash flowing back into his business, already a veritable mining empire. When broken down methodically, the numbers confirm his single huge strike as the stuff of mining legend. Removing, processing, refining, and selling enough gold to balance such lofty totals is an output rarely heard of even in giant open-pit operations, let alone placer mining. Achieving this scale of high-grade placer gold recovery from a mining claim in just one season is an extraordinary feat and cements Parker Schnabel's place as one of the most successful placer gold miners ever. It demonstrates the immense hard work, management skills, innovation, and good fortune required aligned to attain such mining success. News of Parker's windfall made headlines around the globe. It cemented his place in mining history as the youngest person to ever successfully run such a high-volume, high-yield placer mine. Through perseverance and vision, what began as a dream became a mining dynasty for the books. Parker's relentless pursuit of riches within his claim had truly paid off in stratospheric fashion. Recently, the 28-year-old Parker Schnabel opened a new mine in Alaska during the current season of gold rush, and it was a complete washout. And with his land lease running out in the Yukon, Parker is desperate to find a new path and redemption as he travels thousands of miles to South America and the most extreme jungle and mountain gold mines on the planet to try to recover $100 million in gold hidden in the ground. Can Parker finally turn the tide and expand his golden empire? In the season premiere, Parker and his crew, Tyler Mahoney, Danny Etheridge, and Dr. Diego Lazarzaburu, arrive in Peru to follow in the footsteps of the legendary Incas as they chase down historical leads and battle the jungle in their hunt to mine virgin ground. As Parker looks to partner up or mine alongside the world's toughest gold miners, he and his crew must first traverse inhospitable terrain and cross raging rivers. En route, the crew works with a gold miner who shares mining strategies passed down by the Incas, in addition to a mining family who share key insight on how they've mined their land across multiple generations. While they have a promising start, a flood of biblical proportions threatens to leave Parker and the crew stranded. Additional stories this season in Gold Rush, Parker's trail include a prospect in Madre de Dios, one of the richest gold districts in the Amazon jungle, mining with the indigenous Harakbit tribe, a trek to Peru's La Rinconada, the highest town and gold mine on Earth at 17,000 feet above sea level, blasting out gold in unventilated tunnels with hand-lit explosives, and in a mid-season twist, Parker discovers a modern-day gold rush in Bolivia before he prospects in the footsteps of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid in the high deserts. But as Parker gets the chance to make a deal on a piece of ground to mine, will a medical emergency signal an early end to his South American hunt for gold and redemption? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to click the video on your screen. You won't believe it, it's amazing.